We've got Dean Goddard from OLBG on the other line. Good morning, Dean.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Well, you may well want to give us a selection from the race, but tell us how you come about sponsoring these races and the number of races you plan to sponsor between now and Cheltenham. Yeah,
well, we've been sponsoring the Mare's races for a few years now, and we just recently signed a new 5-year deal. So that's great news. We'll be at the festival now till at least 2018, and we sponsor 7 Mare's races in total. And the road to Cheltenham for us starts today, obviously, at Wetherby. We move on to Kempton, and then in the new year we've got Ascot, Doncaster, Warwick, all leading up to the big one at Cheltenham in March.
Now, Dean, I know what OLBG stands for, but obviously for the viewers at home, what does it stand for? What do you actually do as an organisation?
Well, it stands for Online Betting Guide, and we're a sports betting community, but you know, first and foremost, I must say that the main attraction, surely, for the site is that, you know, our members give out fantastic tips for free, and these are from punters that have spent, you know, literally hours studying the form. You know, I know people that pay a lot of money for the sort of info you can get on there for nothing. You know, we've got over 50,000 members on the site that specialise in all manner of sports, you know, and, you know, if you just download the app, you can get access to these tips for free. And, you know, you don't have to do all the studying if that's not what you want to do. You know, some people like to spend hours studying form, but if you don't and you want a quick, you know, few tips, download the app and you've got experts on there, you know, that will do it for you.
Yeah,
and we give away so, you know. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, it does make my mind boggle when people actually pay for tips, when there's so many people out there that have really got a good knowledge and spend a lot of time, because they love doing it. They study form, not only on horse racing, but across all sports as well. In terms of the race today, the 205, what are we going for? I mean, I know that John Quinn won the race last year. Where's your allegiance lie?
Well, I spoke to John in the week. I gave him a ring, and he said he's very happy with Roar d'Estravail, where she is, you know, because obviously it's her first run of the season. He's told me she's going to be sticking to the mare's route, and hopefully she'll progress enough to end up in our big race at the festival. I did ask him if he was concerned at all by the going, because, you know, her best form's on soft, heavy, and I think it's sort of good ground up there, isn't it? Maybe a bit of good to soft in places. And you know, her sire nickname as well, loved the heavy ground, so there must have been a concern, but he wasn't bothered by it at all. He said that I've got no concerns with the ground at all, but that still sticks in my mind a little bit, that, you know, until a horse has shown some good level of form on this type of ground, then I'd be concerned. The majority of our members, I've been looking at the site this morning, and some of our really sort of shrewd guys, there's a guy in particular called Des Walker who really knows his stuff. He thinks Emily Gray is...
He's not the ex-Nottingham Forest player, is he?
No, hopefully not. Wouldn't trust him, would you? But no, this particular Des Walker does a lot, like I was saying, he does a lot of studying of form, and he thinks the value lies with Emily Gray, and she'll probably prefer the ground. So at the prices, I think we're going with Emily Gray over the favourite.
I agree with you as well. As one of the panellists here, I think this race is a pretty good one for later on. In terms of the big one at Cheltenham, would it, you know, probably a political question here, do you think Annie Power will go for the mares?
Well, again, I spoke to Willie last week, just before I came away. I gave him a call and we was talking about all his mares and stuff, and he said literally, I'm being deadly honest with you, Dean, we've not made a decision at all yet whether she goes over fences or stays over hurdles. We're going to be schooling her over fences soon, then the decision will be made. He said, but the fact that your race is now a Grade 1, because obviously that's been promoted to Grade 1 now, he said, if she stays over hurdles, trust me, that will be under serious consideration. And that was exactly what he said. Okay. So, you know, where you go with that, I'll be honest with you, I don't think even they know yet. I don't think it's one of these where they're keeping it all quiet. I don't even think they know yet what route to take with her, to be honest. But he also told me Glenn's Melody stays in training, because I was with the owners of her last year and they were going to retire her at the end of the season, but they've kept her in training for another year, I suppose, now that Quevega's retired. So Glenn's Melody will be out in the new year, and he told me that he really loved a mare called Morning Run. She's won 4 out of 4, but he's very sweet on her as well. So, yeah, that's the vibes from the stable of the Mullins yard.
Okay, and when everyone rings in or we ring them on a Saturday, we also always ask them for their best bet of the day. I don't know if you had an opportunity to look through the form, but Dean, have you got one for our viewers? What's your best bet of the day?
Well, I'm going to stick with what me man Des Walker, the ex-Forest and Tottenham player, has said. So we'll put up Emily Gray for OLBG's tip.
Okay, fantastic. Dean, thank you very much indeed.
That's great. Have a good day.
Thank you very much.